Hello, hello, everybody. My midnight freaks. Update from Max Sequoia. Update later. Naughty Gang. Hello, Cooper. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Marco. Hello, the MMA groomer. How are you guys doing on this lovely Friday evening? Technically, Saturday morning. Saturday morning. There's a moth flying around. It's lucky I don't have the capabilities to kill small insects. Anyways, guys, speak Russian accent. I should speak Russian accent for the stream. I actually put in part of the description, Russian description. I was like, maybe I'll get some Russian viewers. I don't know. Maybe I will get viewers in Russia, guys. Окей, ладно, начнем, да? Начнем. Давайте начнем. Cat will get him. Как дела, Ферри? Good, good, good. I actually had a really great day. I had a really great day. So much to say, but maybe we'll talk about that afterwards. I don't know, unless we weave it in. Unless we weave it in a little bit every now and then. Veganism versus cigarettes tomorrow. Yeah, guys, I watched the regular weigh-in. I watched the ceremonial one. I have a lot of thoughts. She got stuck in the accent, lol, the Gutierrez, what? Hello, hello. Wow, guys, I'm so surprised so many of you are awake. I guess you're like me. Don't sleep until much later. Same old, same old. Hello, Frido. Hello. Name that I still need forget how to pronounce. I ditched a baddie for this stream. Well, you know, I have a lot of thoughts, guys. I have a lot of thoughts. I have not even looked at the stats right now, or not the stats, but the odds. I have not looked at the odds. All I have are the I'll get into it, okay, guys. All I have are the vibes. Okay, so let's start off with Chelsea Chandler versus Jocelyn Edwards. Guys, when I was watching this, the first walk-up for this one, I was like, wait a second. My brother was in the same room. And I was like, hey, does that look like a woman to you? He said no. Jocelyn Edwards looks full man, guys, for this fight. And so I'm picking her. Chelsea Chandler reminds me of, who's that other girl that has glasses? Something Mullins. Forget her first name. Something Mullins. Who also looks like lost and confused and on SSRIs. I think actually, when in doubt, pick the man. That's what I'm saying. Also, Jocelyn Edwards looks way more jacked than I remember her. Okay. That's something, I guess, to consider. Overall, she just looks more solid, I would say. Let's move on to the next one. Timmy Kwamba versus Roberto Romero. It was hard to read the vibe on this one, but Timmy Kwamba gives me like silly, goofy vibes. I don't know how else to say it, guys. Does Timmy Kwamba not give you silly, goofy vibes? Like, ignorant, in his own bubble, in his own space. vibes. Is it just me? Is it just me? So I'm inclined to pick Roberto Romero. I feel that, right? See, that's what I'm saying, like, a little bit unaware, like, just... And I don't like picking these guys that are unaware. Like, I just feel like he's gonna go in there and fuck up. You know? Yeah. That's all I have to say on that. Okay, let's go to... Chandler likes running in fights like a certain other Chandler. Oh. Yeah, well... We know how... that's not gonna fly. Running's not gonna fly. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Jacqueline Amorim versus Polyana Viana. Jacqueline Amorim gave no vibes. No energy. She just did this little thing. She was like, this is all the heart I have to give. You see this? So, I don't know, man. She doesn't look that inspired. Polyana Viana looked like she came to fight more than Jacqueline Amorim did, to be honest. Although in this case, Jacqueline Amorim does look like more of a man, but I can't say that I feel confident in this one. She just doesn't look all that with it. Yo, duder, thank you for the 10 CAD. Must sleep. Please have a good night and enjoy the fights. There needs to be a cutie pie division for the more feminine women fighters. No disrespect to them. Anyways, sleep. Good night. Good night, duder, and thank you for the dough. No, actually, hold on. I have my bowl here. So before you go, actually, this is a good timing to have. This is a good time to have the bowl at night because everyone is tired, I guess, and so this is a very fitting situation. Perfect for relax. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a good night. Sleep tight. Okay, let's move on to the next one, guys. What else do I have to say about that, actually? Yeah, just that Jacqueline Amorim does not look like she's going to fight tomorrow. Okay, next one, Cameron Simon versus Malcolm Wellmaker. Guys, Malcolm Wellmaker looks like a boy. Like, he looks like a boy. Paulina is actually plus 6'10" right now. That's crazy. Did you guys... Okay, so... While you're watching this, you can kind of maybe put on the ceremonial weigh-in and tell... And, like just play the bits... You know, play the bits of the fighters, and you tell me, like, does Jacqueline Amorim not look fucking out of it? She looked like that at the weigh-in too, like the official one. So, yeah, plus 6'10", but like at the same time, it's a fucking women's fight, guys. You know what I say? Don't bet on the women's fights. Wellmaker is solid. I was looking at his stats. I feel like Simon is the Vucenic of South Africa. I know what you mean, especially because I remember last time... maybe she's still recovering. What? I remember last time picking Cameron Simon, and he lost, like, very distinctly. He very much lost that fight. But something about his energy looked good, you know? He looked... I don't know, man. Malcolm, well, I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know. He is 8-0. He is 8-0. So, you know. But, I don't know, man. He just looked like such a kid. He looked like such a kid. It's hard. I'm just skipping that fight. I don't know. I'm probably picking Cameron Simon. Because overall, he just looked a little better. And I don't think that Malcolm Wellmaker does not give me survival... killer instinct vibes, you know what I mean? So... Yeah, Cooper, you don't have to ban everybody in the chat for not saying anything. Just ban them if they're being, like, extremely, weird. Otherwise, it's a little weird. Anyways, okay, so yeah, Cameron Simon, I think I'm going with him because the only time I would pick against Cameron Simon at this point is if he's facing an opponent with killer instinct, because I don't think either of these dudes really have killer instinct. And it seems that it just feels that Cameron Simon is more experienced. Okay, so let's move on. What do you guys think? I will stop being weird, okay. What? I don't think you did anything. Does Cameron train with DDP? Could be another upset. For sure. I'm not sure. I like your makeup today, by the way. Thank you, Paula Treaties. I'm Andy Reid, the GOAT. Malcolm Wellmaker sounds like a star name, lol. It does, kind of, right? It does. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he won, to be honest, but at the same time, I'm not getting that vibe. If he does win, though, then we'll for sure know where Cameron Simon stands, but at the same time, yeah, I'm just not getting the winning vibe from Malcolm, especially after he gave that, like, big smile for some reason at the end, on the weigh-in. I don't know, I wasn't really sold. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next one. Damon Blackshear versus Alateng Haley. This one is interesting. Because, tell me why Damon Blackshear looked like 2 times the size of Alateng Haley at the weigh-in. Why was he so huge? Why was he so ripped, guys? Like, that was my only thing, is like, why did he look so intimidating next to Alateng Haley? Am I the only one? I secretly am a big fan of you, not gonna lie. I'm glad that you enjoy the content, guys. I think I know some of you are upset because you're like, oh, you're not posting regular videos anymore. I don't have time for that. I'm focusing on other things. You have to choose what you spend your time on in life, and I can't spend my time on too many things at once. Like, I enjoy watching UFC, so I'm like, okay, I'll do that on the weekends when it's time, and I'll do the vibe picks because they're fun. So this is just what we're doing for now. Maybe it will change in the future. I don't know. This is just what we're doing now. Imagine Perry with a bit more motherly energy. She would be the perfect girl. Do I not have motherly energy? It's just that I'm Russian, bro. It's that I'm Russian. My love is, my motherly energy is very tough, you know? Tough and strong, so that you don't come out weak and pussy. Anyways, moving on. Let's go. So anyways, I'm picking Damon Blackshear, I think. I think I'm just going with him. At the same time, I don't know. He just looked like a very, very intimidating next to Alateng Haley. I don't know. But I don't feel confident about that pick. I'll go over I'll go over the picks that I feel good about in the end. You here, so you're in Russia? No, but my parents are Russian. All Russians are colder than normal. We're just more hardcore. Like, we have experienced more pain. That's what happens. Like, if you had a whole country that just went through collective pain together, like the intense experiences, you would also turn out that way. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, Let's move on to the next one. Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. Guys, Chris Gutierrez is going to win. Like, John Castaneda looks like he doesn't want to be there. Like, he's taking this fight because he needs the money. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. I feel like he's gotten his fights, like, switched around so much recently, and they just gave him this one. He's like, fucking fine, I have to do it. I just need the money at this point. I gotta go. So I just don't think he's, like, I don't think he's gonna win. Blackshear is solid. I can't remember why I picked him, though. To be fair, Korea went through same shit, and their girls are cute as fuck. The same shit? I don't know about the same shit. Dude, you should hear some of the stories that come from that came from my parents' mouths. I'm like, okay, geez, I get it. You fucking, like, you had a hard life. I get it. I get it. And it was generational. It's like every generation had a shitty fucking time. It wasn't like, oh, well, there was a break. It's like, no, there was pain, and then there was more pain, and pain on top of the pain, and then some pain on the side, in case that wasn't enough pain for you. Anyways. Yeah, I'm picking Chris Gutierrez. Solid pick. Let's move on to the next one. Evan Elder versus Gage Young. Yo, this one... Are you ready to die, Carlos Prates? Dude, yes. I'll get into that later, Julian Argento. Thank you for being a member for 5 months on this channel, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then it got worse. Russia, yeah. Anyways, okay. Evan Elder versus Gage Young. Guys, Gage Young is going to get big brothered. Okay, Gage Young is gonna get big brothered. Did you guys see at the ceremonial weigh-in when Gage Young was standing there? Evan Elder just came up to him and they did the face-off, and immediately you just see Gage Young's face just like... You know what I mean? Like, ooh. He's in for a rough one. He's gonna be in for a rough one. Yeah. It's a short notice fight. Oh, yeah. This is a solid pick, by the way. Evan Elder, solid pick. All mods get blocked. Young got that little brother energy like me after I punched my older brother, lol. Yeah, he just doesn't seem like he's going to win. Who's winning, Natalia Silva or Alexa? They're not on this card. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next one. I don't know what's going on with this next fight, by the way, guys. Fight Ferret is live! Welcome, Larry Bird. welcome. Okay, let's move on to the next one, guys. Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick. Guys, tell me. Which, like, dumpster did they find Jimmy Flick fucking hovering around? Like, you know, like, why does he look like he's fucking methed out? What kind of meth is Jimmy Flick on? Is he okay? What is he on? Like, he's on something. He's on something. It looks like some sort of amphetamine situation. You know what I mean? Like, that does not look normal. He's been looking more cracked. He's from Methylahoma. He was found in a van down by the river. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell, guys? Yeah, I think Matt Schnell is a solid pick. Solid pick. Match now looks focused, like he's actually going to fight. Jimmy Flick looks like he's gonna be a fucking like savage crackhead that you see. Jimmy Flick is giving like side quest. You know you play a video game and like you get these like side quest monsters before the final boss. Jimmy Flick is a Goomba. Jimmy Flick is the Goomba from Mario Bros. And you know what I mean? Have I ever done Agio? I don't know what that is. Bet on meth. I mean, it's possible. Sometimes those crackheads do win, you know? Sometimes you get stomped by a Goomba, you know? Sometimes you get stomped on by a Goomba. Sometimes it happens. You know? That's what I'm saying. Anyways, that being said, Schnell is the only dude who can literally die and come back and win, though. Die and come back and win. Dude, I've noticed that the usually the guys that win are the ones that are like the most present. So Jimmy Flick just looks out of it and cracked. You know what I mean? This fight is too iffy to call. Agio? No, acting cute like a... Oh. I don't think so. No, I haven't done that. I think I would cringe. I think I would cringe all the way down to Cringe Town. You know what I mean? I think I would cringe so hard that I would just like, ugh. I just don't think I have it in me, you know? Anyways. Hello, John Smith. Welcome to the stream. And thank you for the $2. As we move on. Thank you, John Smith. Thank you. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. Honestly, a difficult fight for me to call. I really don't know. I am going to go with Ikram Aliskerov just because Andre Muniz is lacking the focus. Like, he looks like he could maybe win. Like, he looks like strong and, you know, like dangerous. But at the same time, Ikram Aliskerov is giving me that Ankalaev vibe, you know? Like, he's taking this as, like, he's treating this like his job and like he needs to win. You know what I mean? So that's why I think I'm going to go with Ikram Aliskerov. Giuliano Argenti, thank you for the $10. Ceremonial weigh-in was actually telling. I have Castaneda, but yeah, Elder was a lock, along with Zhang and Amorim, Aliskerov, Blackshear, and probably Brown. Prates crushes Garry's esophagus. Yeah, no, I feel good about Prates. I have more to say about Garry, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Interesting that you picked Amorim. You picked her? She was just doing this the whole time and being like, Heart. For you. I don't know. I just didn't get like fighter vibes from her. So that's why. Muniz looked kind of better in my opinion. I'd stay away. I would actually stay away from that fight because another thing is Ikram Aliskerov looked fucked at the official weigh-in. He looked like he had a bad weight cut. Like, he looked so tired and exhausted and drained. But I do still think he's gonna win. I would not pick on this fight. I would not pick this fight. I mean, guys, I'll tell you my favorite picks at the end. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, guys. Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. Randy Brown. Who has drugged Randy Brown? Who's giving Randy Brown the date rape drug? Because, like, what was he doing on stage? Tell me. Tell me what Randy Brown was doing on stage. He looked like he was half there. And then also at the end, when they were done facing each other off, He like just stood there, and Dana was like, okay, you gonna go? What kind of drugs has Randy Brown eaten? I'm not picking Randy Brown. There's no way. I want to pick Randy Brown so bad because W shit, but damn, what the fuck is wrong with Brown? Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I actually initially when I saw the card, I was like, okay, Randy Brown, and then I saw them both at the face off, and I was like, yeah, no. Everyone's underestimating Biggie and Garry. I have thoughts on that, but at the end, Jensen, we'll get there. We're almost there. We're like 2 fights away, or 3 fights away, actually. 3 fights away. By the way, I forgot to ding the bowl for Giuliano and John Smith, if they're still in here. Here's the bowl ding. What's up, Jason? Welcome to the midnight stream. Someone is poisoning him like they did to Deontay. Guys, it's a real thing. I feel like it's a real thing that fighters would, like, try and compromise their competition by, like, feeding them some things, you know. I would not be surprised at all. But Randy Brown did not look good. He looked terrible. He literally looked terrible. Polyana Viana looks like a tough B. That's what I was saying. Like, she looks solid. By the way, considering, I mean, maybe I'm completely tripping, I don't know. But she just looked more in it than Jacqueline Amorim, I don't know. Where she's a plus 600 underdog, which is crazy. Which makes me, like, doubt my own pick, but anyhow. I'm not saying, I'm not condoning that specific pick. I don't think picking women's MMA fight stars is a good idea in general. Throwing Polyana on a parlay or two. Poisoning schizophrenia is back. Not poisoning, dude, but like sometimes. I mean, if you think it's really that unlikely, sure. I'm just telling you that people do go to certain lengths to achieve certain things. Certain people if they want something bad enough, or you know. Have you been outside? Have you met people? Like, there's a lot of weird-ass people. There's a lot of crazy people. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Michel Pereira versus Abus Magomedov. I honestly just can't, like, I think this is 50-50, judging by the vibes that I saw at the weigh-in. But, like, Abus Magomedov, from what I remember, is just so fucking slow. Like, I don't know why he's so slow. But he's so slow. And, Michel Pereira is like lightning. Like, I just feel like it's gonna be Abus Magomedov fighting in slow motion and Michel Pereira just dancing around him. So I'm inclined to pick Michel Pereira. Yo, Arth, thank you for the $2. Row your boat gently down the stream. Row. Like salmon row? Salmon row. Can be tasty as a spread. On top of your Borodinsky bread. Sorry guys, I'm a little hyper for Midnight. Midnight is good vibes, dude. No thanks. Okay. Fair, I miss my dad too. He was also Russian. Yeah, sad times. Russian dad death is no fun. Michel has terrible stamina. Ooh, I do remember this. What was that fight? Okay, what was that fight that he, like, recently flopped on? Anthony Hernandez. Ooh, yeah. I remember I picked him for that. Ooh. Ground and pound round 5? What? Round 5. Round 5. I don't know. I would stay the fuck away from that fight. It is not worth it. Yo, Giuliano Argenti. Thank you for the $10 again. Also, you're invited to Fight Night Frankie's Bad Math MMA panel Sunday 4:30 p.m. your time. Hopefully see you there. Thanks for the bowl. Happy you're surviving New York City. I have to go back first week of May. I'm actually not there right now, but I will be back soon. I have to go back and forth. Life be like that. But thank you also, Giuliano, for stopping by. I'll try and remember to check it out. Bad Math MMA. Sunday 4:30. Sunday 4:30. Yes, I will keep it in my mind, and if things align, then I will be there. Are you from the States? No. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next one. Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. Speaking of no gas tank. Speaking of bros with no gas tank. Giga Chikadze, we've seen, is only good for 1 round. Giga Chikadze only has 1 round in him. His last fight, this was clearly demonstrated. Who did he fight? Let's refresh. He fought Arnold Allen. Yeah, he looked good in the first round. And then just died. That just died completely. Like, very quickly. He died very quickly. So I feel really good about picking David Onama. I do. But the Giga kick, guys, it doesn't matter. He only has 1 round in him. And yeah, Onama's on a 3-fight win streak. Yeah, sorry, guys, I can't pick a guy that has like such a predictable gas tank and such a predictable approach. Jojo Owens, he has a good technique, but obviously his cardio is crap, so I cannot. For 1 round, bro. Like, that's not gonna happen. He doesn't have like KO power. He just has good technique. He has good technique, but that's all. That's all. That is all. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I like Giga style, but it's not doing well since the Cater beating. Yeah. Who do you think wins, Machado, Garry, or Prates? We're gonna get there, Andres. We're going to get there. Please be patient with me. We're almost there. We're 1 fight away. Onama TKO, yeah, I could see it. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Anthony Smith versus Zhang Mingyang. Anyways, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. The more I say it, the more racist I start to sound. Anyways, Anthony Smith, I guess this is his last fight. That's how it was announced. Anthony Lionheart Smith, his last fight. Guys, I have not believed in Anthony Smith for some time now, okay? He's literally just, like, going in there, like, to be emotional, and I don't think he's gonna win. Like, I just really don't. I think he won he won against Dominic Reyes. He won against Roman Dalice in a unanimous decision. Why does that? I just remember the Vitor Petrino run was like a fluke. Roman Dalice did he unanimous win? Unanimous win is interesting. Anthony Smith by self-inflicted TKO. Dalice was robbed. See, that seems correct. Like, that seems accurate. I'm like, how did he win against Roman Dalice? That, like, my brain is not remembering that. Dominic Reyes, ground and pound. Did I even what? Oh, December 7th. I think I was still in India. I missed that. I did not see Dominic Reyes get ground and pounded by Anthony Smith. I just think Anthony Smith is too old. And it's about time that Who is he fight? He's fighting Zhang Mingyang. Okay, let's see Zhang Mingyang. Who did he win against? Oh, he's on a crazy win streak. Ozzy Diaz, Brenderson Ribeiro, Tuco Tokos. Oh, God. I mean, I'm gonna... Yeah. I did like Zhang Mingyang more at the weigh-in, actually, overall. I can't tell you exactly why. Just seemed... Maybe it's just my bias against Anthony Smith. But, yeah, I'm gonna go with Zhang Mingyang. Zhang Mingyang. I thought the same thing, like, what's so cool about Smith? I don't get it. Smith got ground and pounded by Reyes, lol, not the other way around. Oh! Did he? Wait, let's see. Oh, sorry, my bad. I don't know why I just tripped and thought that he won against... I don't know why my brain reversed it. Okay, so he lost against Ramandalice. Seems about right. Lost against Dominic Reyes. Seems about right. Okay, so he's gonna lose. Never mind. He's losing. Thank you, Giuliano, for updating. I don't know why I just tripped so hard on that. Okay, so Anthony Smith is for sure losing. Never mind. Never mind. Last fight. How old is he? 36. He's not that old, but he's like done. You could tell. You could tell. Stop using drugs. I don't use drugs. You had me tripping too. Yeah, I was like, how did he win against Raman Dalitze? That seems like really wrong. Like, my brain was like, wait, that's what the fuck? Okay. Anyway, let's move on, guys. The last fight. Ian Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates. The opinion you've all been waiting for. 20 losses? Jeez. Oh, 21. Yeah. 21 losses. That's embarrassing for Anthony Smith. Embarrassing, actually. Actually embarrassing. Okay. So, initially, the whole week I was just seeing like clips of Ian Garry talking, and I was like, wow, this guy is just a fan. Ian Garry he's the OG fan. He's the biggest fan. At the same time, and it makes me feel like he's really just living in his own bubble. Like, he's living in his own little bubble. Like, the way he talks, it makes me feel like he's just completely out of touch with reality. Fan of himself. Just, he always has been a fan, and I just feel like he's one of these people that, like, really talks himself up, but, like, doesn't quite meet the expectations. And honestly, ever since the MVP loss, the MVP fight, I am finding such a hard time taking him seriously, because he kept saying like, oh, I won that. Dude, you won that fight by hanging onto him like a woman. Don't tell me you won that fight. Okay? Smith's brain is about to be so oven baked in CT, he won't be able to do commentary with twitching and stroking out. Oof. Yeah, I think he kind of knows that too. That's actually the vibe I was talking about, like, at the weigh-in, is like, I just got this vibe, something was off. Like, it was his last fight, and he's not giving, like, the kind of energy, like, oh, this is my last fight, I'm giving him my all. He's giving the energy of like, this is my last fight, and I'm hoping for the best. God, please be with me. You know what I mean? So, this fight depends on how good Garry's chin is. Yes, because I think most people are expecting Carlos Prates to go in there and get a KO. One thing I will say about Ian Garry is he looked physically solid. Okay? He looked better than I expected him to look. He looked better than he did in his last fights. That's all I'll say about that, is he did look good overall. Maybe he's eating meat again. Maybe. He looked a lot less vegan. That I will say for sure. Ian has yeah. You have to be a fan of yourself in the fight game. It's better than doubting yourself. I agree, but at the same time, like, over estimating yourself is never a good idea. Overestimating your abilities and such, you know. And also, I liked at the end when they were facing each other off, Carlos Prates was like, I'm ready to die. Like, are you ready to die? Are you ready to die? Because I don't think Ian Garry is ready to die. I don't think he knows. I don't think he understands that level. You know what I mean? You're so much better than Lorenzo predicts. I don't know who that is, but thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. He did look thicker. Yeah, he looked better than I have seen him look before. You know what I mean? So I don't think I definitely, when I saw the weigh-in, I was definitely thinking like, well, Ian Garry doesn't look quite as bitchish as he looked before. This is good for him. Like, this is a, you know, I don't feel like Carlos Prates is just gonna go in there and immediately KO him. Maybe he will, but it didn't seem that clear. Give us a parlay. Okay, so here's the parlay. Bet she has curly hair. My hair is not curly. It's wavy at best. It's straight, actually. My dad's hair was wavy. Wavy would be lower. It wasn't quite curly, but it was wavy. So I have like one wave in my hair. Yes, it's tea. It's ginger, turmeric, ginger, green tea. Okay. Hey Queen, great stream. Oh, Lorenzo predicts. But you should end. Ooh. But you should end this and raid someone smaller, whoever you want, X. This. Oh, you're insinuating I should raid you? My channel is quite small. I feel like, who could I possibly raid? This is we small. We are small. I mean, I guess I can go check out your channel. What do you have going on? Oh, I've seen your face before on shorts. You've popped up. Okay. We'll see. Anyhow, let's discuss the parlays, guys. So who do I feel good about? Jocelyn Edwards, though. I'll just say, like, leave the women's fights on a different parlay, or like just like don't put too much energy into those, you know. I felt pretty good about Chris Gutierrez, to be honest. But the ones that I feel okay, Evan Elder, like, is going to destroy Gage Young. Matt Schnell, I feel pretty good about too. Like, Jimmy Flick, dude, is just not, he's not in it. David Onama. Randy Brown looks fucked up. I don't, like, he looks fucked up. Randy Brown looks fucked up. Okay, so my top ones, okay, so I'll give you my top ones and then the ones that, like, I feel good about, but, like, the energy is weird. David Onama. Evan Elder. So David Onama and Evan Elder are my favorites. Then Chris Gutierrez, Matt Schnell, Nicholas Dalby, Zhang Mingyang. Carlos Prates will also put him on there. Yeah. And then with the women's fights, yeah, Jocelyn Edwards. Polyana Viana also looks good, and the fact that she's plus 600 makes me feel like Shit, she might not be a bet. Like, I don't know, maybe put her on like 2 of your small, tiny parlays. Like one of you was saying. Like one of you was saying. What betting site do I use? There's a few. Ming Yang is a lock, duh. Fight Fairy picks, yeah, Onama, Elder, Gutierrez, Schnell, Dalby, Ming Yang, Prates, Jocelyn, Edwards. Can you say Lorenzo needs a girlfriend? Why you guys, why are you guys trying to, what are you trying to do in this chat room? Hold on, let me plug in. Good night, Fair. You are awesome. Thank you for coming by, Cigarettes. Yes. Thank you, thank you. What's my favorite sub? Probably I like the rear naked choke, honestly, because it's the submission that like that looks the most submissive. You know what I mean? The one, especially like the one when they're on the ground and the guy who's getting submitted is just completely flattened and stretched out. I by the way, I've been spending time with some Canadians, guys, and I realized how differently they say out. Like specifically the word out, anything with outside, out. And I was outside. And I was like, oh god, I don't think I say out like that anymore. I spent too much time abroad. So now I can hear it and I'm like, oh my god. Out. It depends on what Canadians you meet. I guess that's fair. I was talking to this family friend who like served in the military and yeah, I don't know. It was so strong, his accent. But he lives up north, probably with a bunch of people who talk like that. And he's also old. So maybe that back in the day, Canadians all used to talk like that. Outside. Out. Anyways. I like the front choke like Islam uses. Most submissive submission is crazy. I don't know. How do you guys pick your favorite submissions? I guess everyone has different things, different criteria that qualify for the certain submissions as favorites. You know? Montreal English Canadians sound more American when speaking English, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's true, because they probably are learning... I mean, their first language is French. In Quebec, the first language is French, so if they know English, it's usually their second language. And I guess at that point, it's probably being taught by someone who isn't, like, extremely Canadian, you know? I hear the Canadian. I hear it now. If I'm spending time around Americans, then I start hearing, Yeah. Anyways, Fitifari, what was the best KO on that bootleg DVD from your dad? There were a lot of good ones, honestly. It was a good DVD. I think my favorite though, like he had a whole reel in the beginning of the DVD that was dedicated to Igor Vovchanchin, and I was like, who is this fighter? And he's like, apparently, like, he's old now. Igor Vovchanchin. But this dude is a fucking savage. Like, I went to go see his stats. Dude, he is 55 and 10. What are you talking about? He's 55-10. Do you know how many fights that is? And he won 55 of them. He won 55 of them. So I think this was my dad's favorite fighter probably, because he had like a whole like section that this guy's knockouts were fucking. This guy's a fucking beast. He's a Ukrainian guy, yeah. He never. Where did he fight? I don't know any of these organizations. Pride. Yeah, mostly. Anyhow, so I think a K1 fighter. I'm not sure where. No, I don't think he was a K1 fighter. Maybe he was. He wasn't on the K1 reels. He was just on like a separate thing in the beginning. Do a Pride watch along. I don't even watch Pride. I think my dad was really into fighting, guys, because I saw a lot of like. I was even going through like he liked. I was going through all of his DVDs, and he really liked war movies and fighting movies and Jackie Chan movies. I remember I used to come to his house actually, and he would have these bootleg DVDs of the Jackie Chan movies dubbed in Russian. So I watched the Jackie Chan movies, but I watched them in Russian with Russian voiceover. Check out modern martial artist breakdowns on K1 if interested. Like people breaking down K1 in modern times? Or what exactly do you mean by that? Pride never die. I picked Prates, but I'm very afraid that Garry is going to clinch Max against the cage. Ooh. See, that's something. But at the same time, live action crab. This is not an Apex card. And because this is not an Apex card, I feel like there won't be clinch maxing. Or at least, if there will be separation. I think that shit only slides on Apex cards. You know what I mean? Any Bruce Lee lol? I think there might have been, yeah. But there was so much Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan versus Benny the Jet. Drunken Master, that was my favorite as a kid. I think so. A lot of the movies were labeled in Russian, though, so I don't know if the exact translations were accurate. It was like Jackie Chan. Первая серия. Fists of Fury. Yeah, I think I remember that also. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Drucky. Well, in Russian there's no J, so to say dr, you would have to put D and the letter D and dr together. R is a letter, so it's dr. Like D and dr. Drucky Chin. Drucky Chin. Which sounds a little interesting. Anyways, Bilal versus Jack prediction. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with Bilal. Bilal wants it more at this point. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that that's the case is kind of sad, but yeah. Bilal wants it more. This is what I love about having the crowd. The crowd will force the ref to break him up. That's what I'm saying. And also, like, a bigger event like this, like, the UFC just got so used to just not giving a fuck about those Apex cards, and they know that it's fine. And, yeah. Do a fight companion in Russian. I can do partly Russian. I just don't know if I have enough vocabulary to do a full fight companion in Russian. Though somehow, even though I speak I don't speak Russian a lot, but somehow I retained a lot of my vocabulary, which is nice actually. Bilal is almost 37. I doubt that he's holding that belt for much longer, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jack is the one to beat him. That's fair, live action crab. But the other thing is, usually these things become more evident at the actual like weigh-in / face-off time. You know what I mean? Hello, AMS. I got my license this week. I should have failed, but the lady was so nice. She was Indian too. Those Indians just letting you pass for free. I don't know, actually. I guess just don't crash and don't kill anybody on the road. But I'm sure like in Canada, you get there's like there's 3 different licenses you have to get. First is G1 where you don't drive. The second one is G2 where you're allowed to drive. Or like G1, I guess you can drive, but you have to have somebody with you in the passenger seat. And yeah, I'm a good driver, but I was so nervous. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah. Can you see O'Malley winning? No, the O'Malley hype is like so... I'm so done with the O'Malley hype, honestly. Like, especially after the last fight, just seeing him get crushed, you know what I mean? Against Marab, just seeing Marab manhandle the fuck out of him. It made everything just seem so lackluster, you know what I mean? O'Malley hype is so forceful. Yeah, and the funny thing too is that the UFC at this point, like they don't even like realize that like they're still hyping him up even though everyone doesn't care anymore, kind of. That's what it feels like. Yeah. I should have failed and the lady was Indian. Does not give me comfort because I live near Brampton. Oh. I mean, to be fair, Indians are pretty good drivers from what I've seen. They're pretty solid on the road. I mean, have you seen the roads in India? If they can drive in India, they can drive anywhere. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to talk about for this UFC event? For this UFC event. Так. Нет, я думаю, что мы обсудили все, что надо было обсудить. It's interesting. I've been when I speak Russian these days, like the words sound so strange to me, but like I know, like it's like I know them on autopilot, but when I say them out loud, it sounds like a fake word. I guess that's how you guys all feel when you hear it. I love your aura and vibes. I'm very happy that you do. I'm glad you guys enjoy. I also like the purple background today. I think it's nice. I bet she likes John Wick. I watched the John Wick movies. I think like 2 of them were okay, but it kind of got redundant after a certain point. If you had to learn another language, what would you choose? Japanese. I would learn Japanese. I think at some point I'm going to end up living in Japan. I see this for myself in the future. Like rural Japan. You know what I mean? Konnichiwa. Yeah, no, I honestly think that like that's probably where I would go to like retire. Call it good. You know what I mean? You look like an anime character, so it makes sense. Yeah. I feel really comfortable there, you know? Japanese is hard but worth it for the cuteness buff. Yeah, and what a cool language to say that you know. And also, like, Japanese sounds so cute when people, like, it just sounds so cool when people talk. And then I could also understand, and I could watch animes and understand. And also, like, yeah, I don't know. I just think Japan is cool. I don't really, like, I think the main concern people have with living in Japan is, oh, like, I won't fit in. I'll feel like an outsider. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna feel like an outsider anywhere I live, so it might as well be Japan. You know what I mean? I'm gonna feel like that anywhere. I don't think there's a place on this planet where I would belong. You know what I mean? So, if you move to Japan, you should become a UFC fighter so Japan can at least get one good one in the past 20 years. Or do they not have, like, any female UFC fighters? I don't think I've seen a female Japanese UFC fighter. That's fair. I don't know where I want to live. The world seems awful, in my opinion. It's just the people that make it awful, to be honest. You belong right here, homie. Yeah, it's just the people. I've seen a lot of places, and there's a lot of beauty in the world, but depends on who's kind of living there and how, you know, how the humans have chosen to build the communities they've created. Yeah, but like being lovable and feeling like you belong somewhere, feeling like you I don't know. You guys know what I mean. There's a difference. Feeling like you're understood, that's the thing. I feel like there's nowhere I'll go. I had a very like unique experience in life. So, I mean, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter where I live because no one's going to get me anyways. I'm not going to feel like oh, I have people that get me. Like no, it's never going to happen. I'm just gonna have to, like, I mean, like, community-wide, at least, like, it's not gonna happen, so I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna find cool people anyways. There's gonna be a few. There's gonna be a few freaks like me that decide to move there and, like, just hang out in rural Japan. I'm sure. I've seen some people, because, like, there's this website called Workaway, where you can kind of travel and like do work in exchange for like housing and sometimes pay, whatever the deal is. But like, yeah, sometimes people are like, oh, I need help with like my farm, and in exchange you can stay here. Like, I need help with this sort of work, and yeah, you can stay here. And like sometimes it'll be like a couple, and you know, the guy will be from somewhere else and the woman will be Japanese. So it's really cool because you get this like there's an English speaking couple, but they could also teach me Japanese at the same time. I could hang out in Japan and just live my little dream. You know what I mean? I've done gigs like that before too. Like when I went to New York when I was 20, I literally like got on a plane with like no money in my bank account, and I was like, let's go. Let's go. Let's make it work. I got a workaway gig in New York. It's fine. So, you know what I mean? Just go have the experiences you need to have to become the person you need to become. The website's called Workaway. Cooper. You're crazy, more brave than me. Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I think it's just because I never had like any sort of like safety nets, so my life was always just like, well, what do I have to lose? Really, realistically, what do I have to lose? I'll just go. I'll just go and see what happens. And most of the time, you'll be surprised that you're not gonna let yourself fail. Like if you're just like when you go somewhere and you kind of take a leap of faith, you typically just don't stop running. If you stop running, then you're fucked. Yeah, the floor turns into lava. But if you get there, you just keep running, you're good. Trust. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it works. That was the same experience I had when I left my house at 18. Like, I literally left and I was like, I have no money, but I cannot stay here any longer. So, I'm out. I'll figure it out. And so I did, obviously. Unless you really think that, like, going back home is an option, which for me, I was like, fuck that. I'm not going back home under any circumstances. So, anyways. I wish I knew about that work away stuff earlier. Maybe I'd be happier in life. Oh my god, no. Drop that mindset, Cooper. Drop that I wish. You're 23, bro. You have so like you now is the time. Now is the time. You also probably would not have been ready at 18. Maybe. I don't know. But that's fair. I had a lady keeping from just packing up a van and leaving before. Ferry, we gotta talk about these things when I set up my podcast / channel. My first honored guest, lol. Oh yeah, you're gonna set up a Toronto channel? You're 23, now is the time for sure. Yeah, 23 is like the perfect time. It's all perspective in life. I wish I was 23, LMAO. Yeah, 23 is like a good time. 23 is not like old, you know. 23 is like your prefrontal cortex is not developed yet. Go and build it. go and make mistakes and have experiences. Find out what you want to do. Like all of the experiences I had in life saved me from so much potential pain that I could have experienced. I could have put myself on a path that I would have regretted when I would have gotten to like 50. I would have gotten to 50 and been like, oh, that's not what I want from my life. You know what I mean? So 23 is when I did my most wasteful things. Don't be like me. I don't condone wasting time or money, but if you're doing something, do it with intention. And just have the experiences. Go make the most out of it, you know? I also just did a lot early on. Like, I did a lot early on because my life was different than other people's standard lives. So it's not like, and also it's not like I had anything like holding me down. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go because I can and because there must be more to life than this. And I'm so glad I did, because I realized a lot of what was like making me making me feel so down in this city was the fact that the city was not for me. And I didn't realize that before. Before I started traveling. I was like, oh, it's not me actually. It's just that place sucks. That place sucks, and there's a better place I could be, and I'm setting the standard so high for myself, so that when I start getting older and feeling weaker, that at least I'll kind of like channel my resources and time into a place that I would want to grow old in, you know. What would you say is for you then? I really like Japan. Japan is the only place actually that I've been in that I felt at peace in, you know? I liked India too, to be honest. I liked India more than I liked Canada. You know what I mean? That's a little sad. So, but also it's the places in India that I was staying in were pretty cool. So that's also another thing. Well, being first generation Canadian and having similarities that way were different in the sense that I stayed local and had stuff to fall back on while you took risks and travel lived. Yeah, I mean, typically if you don't have stuff to fall back on, your life is a little bit different. And if you have any sort of like constraints, if you started, dude, here's the thing, like I don't want to like plant roots anywhere. I don't want to find myself stuck anywhere. That's my, like, I have this fear of being stuck in general in anything. I do not like commitment. Scary. I prefer to be mobile and like, you know what I mean? I like freedom. I don't like feeling like I can't leave because I have this thing. So, hell yeah, I'm half Indian and I appreciate that we usually get made I appreciate that we usually get made fun of. Lol. Yeah, no, India is cool. I really loved my experience there. And I would love to go, and I need like I need to spend more time there because I don't know, I made so much progress on myself while I was there. Like, it's basically like therapy without going to therapy. Just like doing therapy on yourself. Being surrounded by like people. Well, depending on where you are, first of all, you have to find a good community of people, of course. But I found a good community there. And I know what I would be going there for, so that's why. I'm like that too, but just tied myself down. Fuck, my spirit is the same as yours, though. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, though, you know? But yeah, it's just, I have never been one, like, I'm so terrified in general. I'm just like, I don't like it when people get too close to me. Like, no, I mean, like even my brother's cat, for instance, when she starts spending too much time with me, I'm like, dude, listen, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Like, you can only come, like, don't, please, just, like, give me some space, bro, you know? Give me some space. So, like, I can't imagine being, like, committed to, like, the fucking job every day that, like, I have to answer back to someone. Anyways, so, yeah, right now I'm just in the process of, like, lol, dude, accept a cat's love. At least you deserve it. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Definitely something I need to spend more time in India for to heal, but I just don't feel comfortable. I don't know. Like, it's like, that's the craziest thing too. Like, I just really I think it's just gonna be this way for a while. I don't mind it at all. Like, I like my time alone. I feel like really comfortable spending time with myself. Like, I need alone time. And yeah, when the cat is just trying to hang out every second, I just can't. I'm like, listen, this is too much. Dude, I absolutely hate my job. I just took 3 weeks out of my vacation allotment. I'm on week 1 of 3 right now. Don't wait too long. You might be crazy. You might be crazy, cat lady. What? Guru really was copying your hairstyle? That's unlikely. My hair, I'm also waiting for my hair to grow so that it can look differently than this, because this is just like this is just like what my hair lady in New York tried to work with. Like, my mom kind of fucked it up, so she tried to fix it. But let your mom cry. Nope. My parents' cat likes to sleep in my bed when I go. I don't know what it is. When it's past midnight, I just feel like I have all the energy and I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Sometimes, not all the time. Not unless like sometimes after like a fight stream, then no. But do you get the zoomies like a cat? No, maybe in some ways. Since I'm on vacation, dude. Why I go to New York City? Because New York City has more opportunities for the thing that I'm trying to do. come back blonde? No. I like my hair, thank you. Thank you very much. New York City is so humid and gross in the subway. Ha! Nowhere near as bad as you know, some cities in Ontario. So no, I'm tired of being here. It's so expensive and not worth it. So expensive, and for what? You know what I mean? At least like, dude, I start feeling like myself when I leave the city. So Canada's worse. That's a shame to hear. Yeah, it in many ways is just like so mediocre, and it's not fun. Like, oh, the way that like I had a conversation with my brother's girlfriend, and she was, because she also visits the States sometimes, and she was saying like, yeah, America feels like fun, and Canada kind of feels like an open air prison. Like, you know what? I don't know how else to describe. Like, Canada really does feel like an open air prison sometimes. A lot of the time. And yeah. Whereas like when I'm in America, I feel like, oh, like a human being, at least a little bit. Like, I feel like a person more. Whereas in Canada, I just feel like they're just watching me, and like there's no opportunity. Like, I don't know. It just feels like people don't care about anything good. People don't care about like the finer things here. You know what I mean? Wasn't always like that. It was cool when I was in high school and junior high. The 90s was raw. Yeah, I was told that. and I also do remember it being cooler. It's just turned into something like really not fun. Living in SoCal sucks. Yeah, California, I didn't enjoy it there too much. At least I didn't really like LA. Like, San Diego was okay. Laguna Beach was okay. I did enjoy San Francisco, though. They cleaned it up a bit. The last time, I mean, like, when I was there, it wasn't so bad. And the people there were cool. Like, the people in California are fairly cool. People in LA are kind of weird. I didn't like LA vibes. It was, like, sleazy, sad, broken dreams vibes, but San Francisco was cool. Canada definitely feels like a jail now. LA is a place to visit. Don't feel like, yeah, I wouldn't live in LA. I wouldn't live in New York either long term. Dude, I just want to like I just want to do my yoga, build a following of people who enjoy me doing like the yoga, because the way that it works with yoga is like people want specific teachers, and once they kind of vibe with you, they follow you. They want you to teach them. So that's basically what I'm gonna be trying to build, which is really come hang out in Brooklyn. People like yoga here. Yeah, I do. I will. That's the spot. Anyway, so like yeah. people just want to do yoga with the teacher they like, and then I could do it online and be the digital nomad I always wanted to be. Just travel around until I find someone really cool, basically. Travel around until I find someone really cool who at least gets me a little bit, who gets me enough, who understands things. Anyways, guys, let's get the bowl. I could talk about so many things, but I feel like traveling online yoga teacher and part-time graphic designer. Do yoga on stream? Yeah, maybe on a different channel that I don't shout out. Every video a new place to do yoga. Move to Chicago. What would I do in Chicago? Great, you just let the demon out of my head. Now I have to go catch it. Catch it and do what with it? Lock it up? Is this a ritual? No, I just like to hit the bowl a few times at the end of the stream. It helps me kind of wind down from things. Thanks, my pineal gland decalcified. Thank you, bowl. Yes. I got the bowl in India. Hit the bowl. I'm really enjoying it tonight. What's the writing say in the bowl, I wonder? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's either in Hindi or in Sanskrit. Actually, I don't know what the language is. It looks like Sanskrit. Actually, no, it doesn't. I think this is a version of the Om. Which way am I holding it up? Does anybody know, by the way, there's like some feet inside the bowl. It makes me eepy, to be honest. So guys, does anybody, I need your opinions or insights. What are these symbols on the feet? Does anybody know? Maybe you guys are the wrong people to ask. Does anybody know what this is? It's Hindi. It says fill me with cinnamon toast crunch. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Foot nerve map. All that stuff is connected. Looks like sun wheels. Chakra channel points. This is a dope bowl. This is like one of my favorite purchases of recent times. Do a spin around with the stick. I can't. You know, not every bowl is meant for that. Most bowls are just meant for the dinging. Because this one starts to vibrate too much when I start doing that on the side. And then it's hard to continue spinning. But sometimes when you get those quartz bowls, like the bigger ones, then you can do this all day long. But did you guys hear that little sound? Like when the vibration starts getting louder, the mallet kind of vibrates against the bowl, and then the sound kind of disappears. That sound is ominous. I feel like I'm getting exercised. Well, maybe you have a lot of demons you gotta let go of, Andres. You guys like that one? I'm supposed to run. I can do this all night. I really need a bowl. This is nice. My aunt was an astrologer. If she had one of these... Oh, she had one of these I used to play with all the time when I stayed there. Make a metaphysics channel. Maybe I will. Here's the thing, guys. Some last few things I want to say. There's so many things I could do that I feel like I would be good at. It just would require me to commit my time. And as you guys know, I am afraid of commitment to a huge degree. Depending on what it is. If I feel like by committing to things, my freedom will be lost, then it's scary. But, yeah, so that's what I need to do with my life, is a commit to a path. Which I am kind of committing to it. So I think I need to just figure out how to integrate maybe a potential... I'm gonna probably make another channel, just I haven't decided exactly how I want to do it yet. I'm still figuring it out. I know a lot of people on YouTube also make like 5 channels before they decide what direction they want to go in, you know what I mean? So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And actually that way you get to make your mistakes and figure out what you like, what you don't like. No, I'm not in the US right now. Are you leaving MMA space? I don't know. Not yet. It just doesn't feel like usually I like to look ahead and like plan ahead and be like, okay, well, where is this going? And it just seems like there is not much at the end of the MMA tunnel. You know what I mean? But what is freedom if you cannot use it to do things? What do you mean? Physical fairy? Makes sense, man. Find your audience and your niche of content you like to make. This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I need to find the correct alignment of my life. Because I enjoy UFC, but not enough. Like, it's not like... I can't make this my whole life. You know what I mean? I can't do what Guru did and make this my whole life. So I feel like I should make something my whole life. And it should be in the direction that I want to go in and I want to flow in. You know what I mean? Is she even Russian? Who give? We have to check. Why not make one channel but we discuss it all? Like everything? Like MMA and life and... Thank you! I need to learn how to pronounce your name. Or I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. Thank you for the $7 though. 1 second. It just hurts. Itamitada. Okay, I need to remember that. Itamitada. This is like the 5th time. Anyways, thank you for the $7. Make your life your whole life. You can tell from the dead eyes. Yeah, that is something I don't know how to fix. Maybe I think it will come in time. Because I remember there was, even when I was a child, there were so few moments when there was like light in my eyes. Because I was just always so sad. Yeah, everything like Joe Rogan podcast. See, would you guys actually, like, do you think, would you enjoy that? Would you enjoy me listening to me talk about everything? MMA. See, this is what I created this Spokoi channel for. If you guys haven't seen it, it's my second. I have a second channel because this one was supposed to be like just pure MMA stuff. And then on that one, I would do like ASMR or some spiritual things, whatever. Some bowls. What's the bowl you just had? What are some potential topic you want to go down? Honestly, I have I have so much insight on like the inside of my mind and your mind and everyone's mind. I can talk about the just like my experiences in life. You know, video quality going crazy. Oh, is this stream in HD? The Wi-Fi is Wi-Fiing. Yes. Hello, Nakana, and all the new people. Ulia. Oh, my foot is falling asleep. I had to find myself too at this rate. Yeah, just try and be conscious in your life. Try and be aware of why you're doing things, you know. What was that bowl? Oh, the bowl. The bowl is a Tibetan singing bowl. I got it in India. I think this one's for the heart chakra. Pretty sure. But there's different size bowls. They're all for different purposes. This is either for the heart chakra or the throat chakra. But I think it's the heart one. You seem wise beyond your years. Something people said to me a lot too. Yeah, I think that comes with just like having a lot of experiences in life and a lot of just experiencing a lot, honestly. When you get to the point where you've like and I think that's why I get so bored, is just like I've experienced so much that when I stay in the suburb of Ontario, I just feel like, what the fuck is this? What am I doing? Where am I? Like, this is a joke and a lie and a scam. So, you know what I mean? Don't be conscious, bro. Mindlessly wander. We all end up in pine boxes. No, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to realize that I think there's more to this thing than we realize, really. There's a lot more. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You just kind of, like, it, like, Like this idea we have of the world of like, oh, these are the sciences and these are the maths and this is 2 plus 2 and this is how it all works. Like, no, that's such a small portion of it. It's just so you know, I think the capacity, like the capacity for of a human brain for learning is so high, but we only know what we get taught. Unless you have crazy experiences in your life, then you start to realize, wait. There's so much you can teach. Like, you also learn a lot from your experiences, right? So, like, when you start learning from your experiences and you kind of stray away from that typical path, I don't know, shit just starts kind of making more sense to you. And, what we're taught is how to be slaves. Yes. And mentally too. It's not just it's like it's such a thing. Really. When you start going around the world and realizing like, oh, the system that you grew up in does not exist outside of where you grew up in. Or if you got a sense of curiosity, that helps, yeah. What experiences have you had? You mean traveling and stuff? In general, I've had the most crazy experiences in my life all throughout it, which I think gave me insight into all of this because my life was so different. Hey, girly pop, I still live. I see good hustle, but Papa needs a raid. Bad X. Kisses, Lorenzo. I'm sorry to say this, but for some reason, when somebody begs me for a raid that I don't really know that well, I'm not so inclined to like raid them. Do you know what I mean? Nothing against you. Just like, you know, not the girly pop beg. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Try a different approach next time. Are you still alive? I guess you are. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm up. I think I'm starting to actually realize I think I left my tea bag in my tea for too long. I should have taken it out. I should have taken it out because I just drank most of it. Because I was thirsty, but I ain't even gonna time him out. That's just sad. Ooh, yeah. It is a little bit sad, you know. Have a good night, fairy plus chat. Yes, good night, good night. You know what? I am just enjoy. I think I just like made a really nice vibe in here with the purple lights and everything, and I just hit the bowl. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just in a good mood today, which is nice. It's nice to be in a good mood once in a while. I was going down this weird spiral, and then at the end, when I reached the end of the spiral, I realized like, you know what? I'm totally fine though. I'm going to be fine. I have built my life in such a way that it must go in a certain direction at this point. So I think it's because your shirt stripes match your light. Do they? I don't know. My shirt stripes are actually like a beige type of color, but maybe they look purple. I don't know. When I reach the end of a spiral, I end up reverting back to something that I'm not. LMAO, Lorenzo, do not raid him. He likes Gru. Well, I can't raid someone that begs me for a raid. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Or if you do ask for a raid, you kind of gotta be like, you can't call me girly pop, bro. Don't do that. That has the same energy as like Lil Sis, you know? Girly pop has the same energy as Lil Sis. And anybody who calls me Lil Sis is just like not getting anything from me. Lorenzo picked Lopez and picked Chandler and picked Krylov. Oof. All I can say about that is oof. Oof. I picked the opposites on every single one of those. Actually, except no, I picked Krylov. But I did pick Paddy Pimblett, and I also picked Volkanovski, which is my biggest flex that I picked Volkanovski for that card. I need to stay in spiral and hopefully I can understand what my purpose is. It's the journey, not the destination. The destination is the end. And the end is death. Yeah, I mean, I have so many thoughts on this that I feel like I shouldn't start the thought now because it will turn into something very long, but maybe this is why. Maybe I should start streams on the Spokoi channel. What martial art would you choose to do if you had to pick one? At this point, probably jiu-jitsu. Because I think I just don't think my bones are ready for judo. I think that ship has sailed. But I think judo is dope, and I would have done it if I was younger. My brother did it. And it's just a really great thing to know. 'Cause I feel like when you do it when you're younger, your body kind of retains like the techniques. 'Cause he can still do a fucking judo flip. It looks so cool. Sambo in your blood, yeah. Yeah, my brother did judo, sambo. Yeah, and he was just so strong and he could flip anybody over. Like he could just it was crazy. And like the guys, I'm not gonna tell you the name of like the what is it called, dojo? I don't know, the place he went to learn this stuff, but like the name of it was like so intense, and then this whole like the whole fighting gym would travel together on these competitions and just crush all the other guys, just like run through them, which was pretty epic. Like, yeah. I can't believe I sent my girlfriend home for this. Yee, well. Who doesn't like an introspective stream at 2:22 a.m.? You know what it is, too? I went to sleep so late last night. But I should, you know what, guys? Actually, 2:22, I should probably go. Maybe I should hit the bowl a few last times. And then sign off. I think that's a good idea. But I do... What's the bowl actually do? Well, it produces certain frequencies that are meant to act on certain chakras. This one is for the heart chakra. But it also depends on how you hit it, because depending on like the area of the bowl and also the intensity and the type of mallet you use, It'll produce a different sound. A chakra is an energy center. So apparently we have like thousands of energy centers in the body, and chakras are basically just where a bunch of them intersect. So I think it's 7 that you have. But I don't know if you've noticed. I mean, I'm not sure how it exactly sounds right now on the mic, but the frequency, the frequency and the vibration is kind of meant to soothe the cells in your body. So you're sending good energy to your throat. Basically, yeah, you're like unblocking the blockages in this kind of area. The higher the frequency, the more it acts like on the upper part of your body, and the lower the frequency, then probably one of the lower chakras. It's meant for one of the lower chakras. That's what yoga does too. Yeah, it does. But this is like a direct way to just kind of like intercept the chaos in your cells. Which makes sense if it's a throat one cause you to talk so much. Maybe, yeah. It's good. Yeah, it's like, I mean, people store tension in different parts of their bodies, and that's basically where like the chakras get blocked. And for different people, like for different people, it's different areas. For a lot of people, it's like their hips and that like lower belly pelvis region. And that's why actually in yoga we have a lot of like hip opening exercises. Once you do them, it really helps like just release that energy that you've been storing, because people don't realize like how much tension they're storing, and that tension literally is like a memory. Not a mental memory, but like a physical one, which is even worse, because you don't really have access to it when you think about it, but it's constantly with you. How does someone so zen be a UFC fan? Life is like that sometimes, you know? I think it's because, I don't know, I honestly think it's because like in childhood, it must have started somewhere in childhood. Have I ever done psychedelics? Yes, but we won't get into that now. You got IG? I do, but I don't really use it that much, honestly. I should be like, guys, here's the thing. Like, if I actually start participating more online, like, I know I can make this like a thing. I just choose to loafed, basically. It's a choice, but I'm gonna start changing that this year, because now I actually have direction. It just felt like that when I didn't have direction. Who is Aaron Lalux? I don't know, bro. People sound like, I don't know. You look like an Amy. What happened in your childhood? Lots of things, many events. Anyways, guys, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna go. Thank you to everybody who joined. Like an Amy? What? I'm confused now. See you tomorrow. I don't know, these streams always leave me questioning things in my life. Thinking hurts sometimes, but it's whatever. Hopefully I can deal with it like I should have done. Well, honestly, just be genuine to yourself and to other people around you. And I think that's all that matters. Be genuine, be true to yourself, and don't lie to yourself. Really listen. That's all it takes. Like, actually, if you start really listening to yourself, the answers will come. It's just that you're lying to yourself. that's actually usually the problem, because of your shame and your guilt and your conditioning, yada yada yada. Anyways, that's a conversation for another time. Maybe I will do a stream on my Spokoj channel where we can yap all the way into the sunrise. It's called Fantasyland. No, it's not Fantasyland, Cooper. It's can we get some more bull hits? Yeah, I actually, yeah, I'll do a few more bull hits before we go, but most of the time, like even fighters will be like, yeah, I need to fight to prove that I'm strong or something. You know what I mean? Like, once you realize that you don't have to like prove what is to other people and what isn't, like your experience is your experience, things generally get easier and you kind of understand life more. You know? You don't have to prove who you are to anyone, yes, but young people often find themselves doing that. Or not even that, but like they become, like, for instance, I didn't feel like I had to prove myself, but I felt like I was wrong. I felt like my experience wasn't valid because I think just because I had no one to relate to, and then I suddenly realized like, oh, actually it's not wrong, it's just that I have no one to relate to and I'm just having a human experience, and this is just the result. This is the result of the human experience I had, basically. Which, unfortunately, I have no one to talk about with, but it is what it is, and I should stop trying to conceal the effects of that experience. That's what I'm saying. Whereas a lot of people have these experiences and they don't know what to do with them, and so they try to like conceal the effects of the experience on them. Does that make sense? And you see this all the time. And I've gotten really good at seeing this because I no longer do this at all in any part of my life. For the most part. Probably still in some areas because I'm not perfect, but for the most part I don't do this anymore. I think everyone starts off doing it to some degree. Anyways. I will go now. See you guys tomorrow. What time does the card start, actually? What time does the card start? What time does the card start? The prelim 6. Who's the first fight? Oh, Jocelyn Edwards. I don't know if I will start watching right from the beginning. We'll see. $6 p.m. Okay. It's kind of, yeah. I'm mostly just here for the last for the last fight. Anyhow, guys, thank you for coming. I'm gonna sign off now. It's been a long time. How long have I been even on here? I don't know. I just really went off on a tangent, huh? Too much green tea at night. Okay. Anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you tomorrow.